Most creators are making these 3 content creation mistakes, and it's the reason why their content never looks professional. And if your content doesn't look professional, consider those brands you want to work with blocked because they're not reaching out. Let me show you what they are and how I fixed them with my own content creator setup. I started this channel because I know how hard it is to be a mom, build a brand, and make content. I'm Lorraine and I've turned making content into my full-time job. On this channel, I'll share coaching tips, my real lifestyle as a content creator, and honest recommendations for the tools and services that make it all possible. If you want to go full-time as a content creator too, subscribe so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. The first mistake that you're making is that you're filming everything on your phone with shaky hands. Phones are great, okay? I started off using my phone. You can see a lot in my earlier content creation days that I did travel content, and in the video, it was shaking up and down because I was using my phone. However, okay, now that I am trying to get the attention of brands, my content has to look way more professional than it did. Phones are great, and some of them have really good quality, but with shaky hands, you get a shaky picture, and that just looks bad. So, not saying that you won't make any money with just your phone. It's definitely the best way to get started. Start with what you have is what my motto has always been. However, if you're going after large deals, large brands, you're gonna have to invest a little money in yourself once you get things going. The DJI Pocket Osmo 3 is my go-to camera nowadays. I got this in December of 2024. I'm not gonna lie, it took me about a month to open the box and officially begin to use it. The DJI Pocket Osmo 3 has literally been such a game changer for me, okay? I've had so many brands reach out because my content is starting to look like a place that a brand could imagine themselves being involved in, okay? And that's literally the secret to working with brands, is can a brand envision their product or their services embedded into your content? And if your phone is shaking all over the place, they're not going to be likely to do that. So here are some of my favorite things about this camera. So first of all, the stabilizer at the top so that it's always stabilized. You're not getting that shaky footage. And then the best thing for me is the fact that you can film up and down in this mode for like TikTok and YouTube Reels on Facebook or IG, or it gives you the automatic option to film in this form of content for YouTube. And forgive me, I have ADD, so landscape and portrait mode, I'll never connect those dots. You can also put a DJI Pocket Osmo 3 in camera mode so that it takes great quality pictures. There's also some modes that I've yet to play around with, such as 360 rotational view and just a whole host of others. But if you're somebody like me who are filming like basic TikToks and also YouTube, or maybe trying to do some travel content or work with brands with UGC, it's perfect. Before I go into some of the accessories that I use with my DJI Pocket Osmo 3, let me tell you where to buy one, okay? So the first Pocket Osmo 3 that I bought was from Best Buy, and that was in December of 2024. However, by the time I went to buy another one, because I have 4 of these cameras, okay? By the time I went to buy another one, the price had doubled. And not only had the price doubled because of tariffs, and then also because it became so popular, like everybody who's anybody wants one of these. They were sold out. So I went and I did a little research. You know, I'm an Amazon girl. Went to look on Amazon and found a package, okay, that came with everything that the previous package, the creator bundle, came with for just a little bit less. I'm not gonna say the price was better, but they actually had them in stock. These are a bit pricey, so I definitely wasn't gonna waste my money on buying 4 of these from a seller that I didn't know. So I ordered from this seller, got the first one in the mail pretty quickly, probably was about a week, maybe 10 days at the most. And then I proceeded to order the other 2 after that. And again, one of the reasons why I went looking on Amazon instead of Best Buy is number 1, because of the bundle. The price that they were selling it at Best Buy was way more than a price that I found on Amazon. Plus the one at Best Buy came with nothing but the camera. And then the second reason is because they had them in stock. Okay, I didn't want to wait for a month in order for it to be shipped. I'm a go pick it up from the store type of girl. And at the very least, I'm gonna get it in 2 days type type of girl. So I ordered it on Amazon. So I'm gonna link that in the description there, just so that you know it is an authentic DJI Pocket Osmo 3. It's the same camera. Let's talk about what comes along with some of these bundles. I had one of my followers hit me up and wanted to know if this camera that I got is the same one as the video as in the link that she got for me on Amazon. One of the reasons why I think she did that is because of this little thing. These are actually batteries, okay? This one is a longer lasting battery, and then they also come, or you can get one of these batteries as well. And it's been awesome actually, because when the battery runs out on this acts as a battery extender. You just plug it up at the bottom of it. Now you've got a bit of an extended look at the Osmo Pocket 3, okay? But like you see, it's charging right there. It'll actually charge your device. So I carry at least one or two of these around with me everywhere. Then the other thing that you'll want a battery extender for is because of this little part right here. This is what you actually are going to use to screw into like stands, and we'll get to the stands that this thing needs a little bit later. And another accessory, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but we're going to open this together. This is from Newer, and it's an actual light, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but I just wanted to show this to you. I'm going to review it first before I recommend it, but I'll link it in the description just in case you want to check it out. Okay, moving on. The second mistake that I see content creators make that is really affecting their bag is not having the right stand. Y'all are out here propping up your phone on books, on drinks, or whatever you can find, and that leads to shaky content. Unstable setups lead you exactly nowhere, unless you're trying to go to shaky content, bad angles, and just being overall frustrated. Using a proper stand can change everything. Not only is it gonna be more convenient, it's also gonna just lead to a better content quality. Let me walk you through a few of them that I have, and just be forewarned, I have a lot. A lot of you are gonna be using your phone for a while, and that's okay, that's cool. I told you, I've been using my phone for the last 5 years as a content creator, okay? But let's start with this bad boy. This is literally my favorite phone stand. Let me tell you why. First of all, this ring right here is magnetic. So what I do is just stick it there, it's stuck. I don't have to worry about getting pinched with those little things you gotta pull apart. It's just way more convenient. I don't know why all of the phone stands don't look like this. Second of all, I love that it's versatile because I can use it as a tabletop stand, or I can use this as a tall stand and I can put it on the floor. So if you open it up like this, you can just set your phone down on it, and now you got a little table stand. However, you can also extend it. I believe this extends up to 6 feet. I'm not quite sure the exact specs, but again, I'm gonna leave the link to this in the description. So just check it out, see if it matches your needs. And this is not something that I really use very often on this stand, but it's available to those of you who like it. Honestly, I probably should use it a lot more, but it's this little detachable remote right here. This runs off of Bluetooth on your phone, and then you have a little button right here that you can use to stop your video or take pictures or whatever. So it's really good if you're out and about and you want to take some pictures, you know, from far off or whatever. Place a stand, do your pose, click, and you got a video or a picture. This stand comes in a few colors. I've seen the white one, of course, which is my favorite one. They've got black, and I believe they have pink. Pink is a bit rare, so if I find the link for that, I'll add it to the description. But white or black, it doesn't matter. It's gonna fit your needs. Another thing that you need, especially if you're into filming get ready with me content or skincare routines, makeup, and that sort of thing, is gonna be a suction cup stand. This is one that you can just suck onto the mirror or stick onto the mirror, and then you can put your phone. This does have one of the little movable clasps like this. I don't really like those, but for this type of stand, it's pretty common. You can adjust it here, and you can make it, you know, change positions and all that good stuff. But this is a must-have if you are filming in places like the bathroom. I've also seen people who film a lot of kitchen content use these, because you can stick them on the front of your stove, your refrigerator, or tile or whatever, and you're good to go. Another good stand to have is one of these. I have dozens of these. So these are really good to have up around your house. It's another suction cup type of model, but it's also magnetic on the front. So you could just stick it like this, and then this suction cup can stick on your refrigerator. It can stick on your tile. Like, one of the places that I use this most is when I'm cooking and I want point of view footage, and I put it on my backsplash, and then you can see everything I'm doing in front of you. you. And then last but not least is one of my favorite little compact phone stands. And this actually is so small that it's this is so small and so convenient because you can just throw this in your bag and you can go. You fold it out like this. It has a little tripod on the end and it actually extends just a little bit, okay? So you just set this on your table and then you hook your phone in like this and now you've got a little stand, or you can use it as a selfie stick and voila. Now, for those of you who have the DJI Pocket Osmo 3, let me show you my favorite stands for that. Since we just talked about get ready with me content, this is my absolute favorite stand for that type of content. It has a big heavy duty suction cup on the end. Like, this thing is stuck. Okay, it does come off though. I don't have any damage or anything like that, but it's sturdy enough to handle the weight from the camera. This one has a suction because it has this little thing on it. You just kind of squeeze it until it's sturdy enough and then it's not coming down. You connect the camera at the end here. Let me show you what that looks like. So you just hook it up to here. That's why having those batteries is a pretty good accessory to have. And then it's stabilized like that. You can also move this arm around so you can get different angles. It's just a really good one to have. Matter of fact, I'll probably be buying another one soon because I'm not the type of person who likes to move their stands every time we have to get a new shot in a new location, especially around this house. So I'll get another one of these soon so I can put it in my get ready with me makeup area and then another one in my bathroom. And for the last stand that I use with my DJI Pocket 3, this is a lifesaver. I have 4 of these because remember I said I do not like moving my stands all over the house, but it has this little screw that you can screw in the camera to the top. You can make adjustments here. Also to show you whether it's level or not because it has its own leveler right here. So you can use this handle to adjust that. And it's compact, so I travel with these a lot. So it goes, I think this one is 8 or 10 feet. Again, I'll link it in the description so you can check that out for yourself. I can come back and answer questions on any of these items, okay? So just let me know in the comments and I'll make another video. But this one actually will extend and then you can do it like this so that you can pack it in your luggage. I carry at least 3 of these in my backpack everywhere I go, especially on big trips. Now that we've gone over 2 common mistakes that content creators make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss one of my weekly content creator tips. All right, let's get into content creator mistake number 3, and that's ignoring lighting. Even the best camera, whether you're using your phone or the DJI Pocket Osmo 3, is going to look raggedy if you don't address your lighting first. The first thing you're gonna need is a ring light. And I'm not talking about one of those little small ones like this because it doesn't produce a whole heck of a lot of light. Those are good for travel, but if you're in your house, if you're in a stationary location, go ahead and get you a large one, okay? It'll make your content look so much better. I'm gonna turn this camera around and I'm gonna show you what I'm filming with right now. This is what's called a key light. It has been one of the best investments that I've ever made in a ring light. It has adjustable settings for the brightness, also the intensity of the ring light, and also has a setting for cool versus warm tones. So that's very important depending on if you're filming in natural light, if you're filming with or without makeup. All of those things make a big difference in how the light shines and how it picks up on camera. And then I always have something for those of you who are doing bathroom content or content on the go in hotels while you're traveling, and that's this suction cup ring light. If you're doing get ready with me's, your light situation should not suffer just because you're filming in the bathroom. This one is compact. You can pack it in your bags, or like I do, I pack it in my content backpack on the go when I'm traveling. It has a suction cup at the bottom, and then you also get dials or the settings for the brightness and also warm and cool light as well. So it's like a mini key light that you can take on the go with you. If you're just getting started out, when it comes to the lighting, here's a free tip for you. Natural light is always best, but you got to make sure that the light is in front of you. I see a lot of your videos, and the biggest mistake that I see new content creators make when it comes to lighting is that they're filming with the natural light behind their head. That means that you're going to look dark to your viewer. They're not going to be able to see you. So if this is you and you know who you are, go ahead and turn yourself around and make sure that the natural light or the window or your windshield or whatever it is always in front of your face. Okay, so really quickly, we're just gonna recap everything we just talked about. The 3 common mistakes that content creators make. Number 1, relying too much on shaky footage from your phone camera. Number 2, unstable setups. And number 3, bad dark lighting. These 3 things are hurting your content and therefore hurting your pockets. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly content tips and gear reviews. And tell me in the comments, which mistake are you guilty of? Is it bad lighting? Is it relying on your camera too much? Or do you still working with that janky stand?